The world has never been better. There's no hunger, no violence, and the environment is healed. The only catch? Well, humans have been inhabited by these glowy light parasites, and the world isn't theirs anymore. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are taking a look at the young adult dystopian movie from 2013, The Host.
Are we having theme music? Like, how do we... Is it just start with us talking?
Yeah, Dave's going to do us some, like, a jingle, I think.
Dave.
Nat.
Danielle.
Two lines
is 11. Happy podcast day, everyone, and welcome back to the 2 Limes and a Lemon movie podcast, where we take a look at and discuss movies, old, new, good and bad. Today I'm your host, pardon the pun, Nat, and with me are my 2 co-hosts, Danielle and Dave. Say hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
But before we head into today's dystopian offering, we'll take a look at what each of us have been consuming this week, whether it be games, books, TV, or in fact food. Danielle, let's start with you.
Yeah, so this week it's been the heat that everybody was bitching about last week in the UK has transferred over to my part of the US. And I, for most of the week, just did not feel like watching anything because I was miserable, and then fans were buzzing and everything was too loud, and the only thing I had the capacity for was Love Island. And then I learned, I can sync up my headphones to my TV, and it's been a life changer. So the thing that I watched on Friday and Saturday, which I surprisingly really enjoyed, was a show on Netflix called Worst Neighbor Ever.
I have already finished all 4 episodes, and I was talking to Dave about it earlier.
It's the documentary, yeah?
Yeah, it's true crime docu-series. It's only 4 episodes. Unfortunately, Dave, they are more than 30 minutes, but I think you can do it in 2 goes. Or
The fact that it's only 4 episodes makes it feel like that's easy, because that's only 8 episodes, really.
And you can do the thing I did. At least I can do this on the phone app watching it. I don't know if I can do it on the TV app for Roku or for Netflix. You can increase the speed, because I was having trouble. The first episode, everybody was like from some part of the South, and everybody was talking like this. They weren't getting to the point, and I was like, 1.5 speed, please. So anyways, this show is, at least this season, they have like a number of these. There's like worst ex ever, worst roommate ever. I haven't watched any of those, and the reason this came up on...
I have.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they're all... This one's produced by Blumhouse. I don't know if they all are.
I think they are, yeah.
The reason this one came up on my radar is because they do the reenactments with animation instead of... Well, they do a mix. They do some people reenactments. They do talking head interviews, and then they do this animation. And the animation... I don't know if they're trying to, like, lighten the mood or something, but the animation can be, like, a little silly sometimes. And it feels like like, you know that people are going to die in some of these, because everybody is talking in past tense, and they're really hyping up like certain people that are involved in the story, which I think is a plus of this. I think that some crime dramas get too much into glorifying the killer or the thief or villain or whatever in it, but these really do a good job in, like, this person's going to die, and everybody talks about how great they are at the beginning of it. But then you have things like, the one crazy neighbor was mowing her lawn naked, and then you see like a little animation of a little naked woman mowing her lawn. Or this crazy neighbor started bringing around her like skeevy boyfriend, and then you get the animation of them standing there, and then he like grabs a butt cheek. I recommend it. Natalie seems to have liked it. How about you, Dave?
I had a salad with lots and lots of different fruit and vegetables in, which is, for those who know me, I'm not the most picky eater, but I guess the majority of my friends that have met me, like nowadays I'm much better, but like say like Danielle and Nat, you definitely know that I was a picky eater back then. Yes. But I've improved, I'm more cultured, I will try things. However, I won't, if I say, I don't really want to try it. That's the only time I get frustrated with people, is when someone goes, this looks really nice, try some. And if I'm like, oh no thank you, because I feel like there's something in it that I might not like, and I just say no. But I know that person, like Danielle, you said, they just want you to experience the same taste and flavors that they're enjoying, right? And want me to enjoy that too. But because I'm just so like, no, I don't want to try it. But then it becomes a thing of like, leave me alone. I don't want to try it. It's almost like one of those little animals that are, I'll come over to you when I'm ready. Don't come over to me.
My experience with it has been, try this. It's really good. No, I don't want to try it. No, I think it's really neat. You're like,
get away from me. Get away from Daniel. I said no.
But also, isn't it a fact that if you don't really understand what's in it, sometimes you'll try it and like it, and then you find out something that you think you don't like is in it, and then you'll be turned off.
Yeah,
from
so if it's got vinegar in, I will just pull a hissy fit and I won't touch it at all. But if you didn't tell me it had that in, then my mind won't be ready for it. I don't know. It's a bit weird one. The salad that I had peppers, onions, tomatoes, pears, mixed seeds, avocado, oranges, grapes, beetroot, lettuce, and had like a dressing on top, which was like almond, lemon, soya, and olives.
The dressing on top is the thing that surprises me most of this. Follow-up question. Natalie, do you eat salads with dressing?
Yes, I do. Jason doesn't, though.
Okay. Because one of the things I was most like culturally shocked at is whenever I came to visit and I went to the like joint birthday party at Dave's family's house, and they just had like a little buffet of food that just had some like lettuce and other vegetables, and everybody were just taking like dry lettuce, and I was like, okay.
No, so at a birthday party like that, we would just have it undressed. But if I was making it for myself for dinner, then it would be dressed. But yeah, like buffet definitely.
See, I think
would be
similar
dry.
to that, we would have it dry, but then we would have like a selection of bottles of dressing that you could choose from.
Like a mayonnaise at least, yeah.
I was just generally like curious about that.
Nat, yeah, what have you been up to? Yeah, Nat.
And last week I touched upon a new series that I'd been started on Netflix, and I am going to talk about it today, because I've watched a few more episodes now to have an opinion. It's The Burrows, which stars Alfred Molina, Gina Davis, Dennis O'Hare, Alfie Woodard, Bill Pullman, and a load of familiar faces. It follows Alfred Molina's character Sam as he moves into a retirement community in the desert after the death of his wife. There he kind of reluctantly meets new friends in the community, but they discover the existence of creatures that are coming to feed upon some of the residents. I mean, really, it's kind of like a Stranger Things. It's got the Duffer Brothers involved, but it's like Stranger Things with an older cast. And I don't know, maybe it's just because Stranger Things left a bad taste in my mouth in the final season. But this story does seem really refreshing, and I'm like thoroughly enjoying it. How far are you into it, Danielle?
An episode in 20 minutes.
Okay. And what's your thoughts on it so far?
I really liked it. As you can imagine, there's going to be characters maybe getting knocked off by these aliens.
Yeah, so I don't want to really give away, but yeah, I was like really gutted.
There was somebody that I was excited to watch throughout the series who doesn't make it past episode 1, and I was like, oh. And so that I was like, I'm going to have to come back to this. I did like everybody else.
In the same boat. He was probably the one I was most excited to watch, and then when it happened I was like, oh, I don't know, but I've really got into it with the rest of them now, so I am he's just a figment of the past now. It doesn't matter.
Is it because Bill Pullman's in it? Is that why you were like, I need to watch this?
I do like Bill Pullman, as we know from Independence Day,
but like he's looking a lot more like William Hurt at the moment.
Well, maybe I've obviously got a type because I love William. I love Bill Pullman.
Old people.
Yeah. My only concern with this is that Netflix has already cancelled the series. But although people have said it's a complete story in season 1, I've just hoped that it covers all the mysteries. But people have said that the story is concluded in a way that is good, but they're saying they're not renewing it for season 2.
Maybe it was one that, because they sometimes release those statements where they go not renewed for season 2, but there was never really an intention for season 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Plus, I also feel like the Duffer Brothers, I felt like Stranger Things season 1 could have been its own thing, and would still be
Yeah.
good to watch without the other season. So
Yeah.
my hope would be that because they're behind it, it might be. But I agree, there was some fun, unexpected faces in there. It opens with Dee Wallace, who was, the mother in E.T., and I was like, oh, I haven't seen her in a while do something. And Ed Begley was her husband. He's, the kind of doddering old guy that doesn't know what's going on.
That thinks there's an owl in the walls.
Yeah.
So, now on to the main event and the last movie of our dystopian series for a while, The Host. When we originally discussed doing a dystopian movie series, we had said we wanted to steer away from the typical young adult entries such as Divergent, Maze Runner and Hunger Games, being that they are discussed enough and there are multiple movies for each. But it's only fair that we take a look at another young adult offering, and that is when I remembered the movie The Host, which I saw many years ago. It's based on the book written by Twilight's very own Stephenie Meyer, or Meyer. I don't actually know how you pronounce it. Danielle? Meyer, thank you. So what is The Host if you haven't seen it? It follows Melanie, a girl from the few remaining non-infected humans in the world. When we meet her, she quickly gets injured trying to escape the aliens and is implanted with her very own parasite. But her alien is called Wanderer, and she's not like the other aliens. Wanderer feels a connection to the friends and family of Melanie and tries to find a way back to them. When she initially finds the resistance, they greet her with hostility, but soon they come to realise that she isn't there with nefarious intentions. But there is a slight problem. Melanie is in love with a boy named Jared, whilst Wanderer falls in love with a boy named Ian. A little awkward when they are inhabiting the same body. The other issue is Wanderer is being hunted by a rather officious alien who wants to get her back, called the Seeker. But what will Wanderer do? Will she stay in a body that has a life, or will she return home? So, as usual, my first question to my co-host is, have you seen The Host before?
So, before looking into the film, I saw that it was a lovely 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I knew I was in for a treat.
Yeah.
I've never liked Twilight with Stephenie Meyer's. So I know I think this came out, the book came out when the last movie was released. So she's kind of sort of jumped onto the back of that and was like, quick, write something new. I haven't. That would be my new franchise, but no, I haven't seen it before. Never heard of the film. I can see why I haven't heard of the film. I will go into that later, but no, not seen it at all. But yeah, it was an experience.
It was an experience.
I never saw it. I remember the poster for it. I can't even remember if I saw the trailer for it. But I think I was getting ready to finish grad school at the time, and so I wasn't going to see a lot of movies. But also, this isn't one that I was actively trying to see. I worked with a girl who was really into Twilight, and I think I had borrowed one of the books to kind of understand how hyped up she was about it. And I remember how I didn't feel like the writing was very good in the book. And so, any future endeavors by Stephenie Meyer, I wasn't, super psyched about.
Can I just say, it hasn't improved. Because why have characters, was it Jeb? Jared and Jamie, pick a different name.
She likes a J name.
I'm like, Jacob. I was like, God's sake, move on.
How about you, Nat?
Thanks, Stephenie.
Did you have memories of loving this, and that's why you picked it?
See, I didn't have memories of loving it. I know that my mum loved it. She was really into it when we watched it.
Why?
Though I do think that part of that had to do with the soundtrack. We're a very soundtrack orientated family. If something's got a good soundtrack, then we're like, oh, that was really good.
Is your mom a big Imagine Dragons fan?
No, we love Radioactive. So actually, yes. That was a popular song to be playing in our house around this time.
I remember when the credits rolled.
Yeah.
when that credits rolled and I heard that music, I was like, imagine what this song has nothing
And
to do
I totally
with.
forgotten it was
Like,
at the end. I was so excited at Dave's house when I took around there. I was like, oh my god, I forgot this. So we're jamming out at the end.
No, it smacks you right in the face. But the chorus that it starts out with is applicable to the film because it's like, I'm waking up.
Yeah. But then the rest of the lyrics make no sense.
Well, it's welcome to the
it's
new
like they
age.
heard the song.
The new age of the aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd watched the movie. I remember liking it. I obviously liked it enough that I have the DVD.
Oh no.
So, but watching it this time, it was like rose-tinted glasses, I think, a little bit. Maybe I was a lot younger when in 2013, so maybe I was into that. I mean, I'm not saying I love Twilight, but obviously I watched Twilight and I enjoyed them at the time. I would say I probably enjoyed the movies more than I enjoyed the books, but...
No, and Twilight did a good job at appealing to its target audience. And so I think a lot of people your age... Yeah. You know, they maybe look back at it and go, it's kind of cringy, cheesy, but they still have like a place in their heart for it. Like the local movie theater was showing all the Twilights and doing like they had like a knitting night. Bring your knitting and watch Twilight together.
Back then, maybe we didn't. Because, like, when we watched films, it's like, again, like when I say to Gothica, I was like, it was amazing when I was younger. But when we watched it back, we're like, this is so, like,
better since.
Easiest.
Yeah.
Or, like, we don't know, like, storytelling as much, and we're still learning about how stories are crafted.
Do you prefer Ian or Jared?
You can go first on this one, Dave.
Who was the handsome one? I can't remember.
There was the one that she was originally with, that's Jared, or the one that fell in love with Wanderer, that's Ian.
The bug-eyed one. They were just husks, really. They were just like husks of people. They had no
personalities.
Yeah, I would walk past them in the street and...
They were all so similar looking to me. I could not differentiate. Mm-hmm. There's Jared, who was with Melanie before all of this happened. There's Wanda, who immediately falls in love with the Ian guy. Ian's got a twin who I completely forgot until he tried to kill Wanda. And then I was like, I thought he loved her. Why is he killing her? And then I was like, oh, no, that's the twin.
I don't think he was a twin. I thought that was
he was a twin. Kyle is the twin. They all looked very similar and had zero personality. I wasn't rooting for any love story in this.
What about you, Nat? Who was your...
Yeah. I preferred Ian. I felt like she had more chemistry with Ian than she did Jared, honestly.
Well, I think part of that is because they don't show a lot. Like we're kind of just told that Melanie and Jared had this relationship.
Yeah, we had like a flashback.
And we never really see...
Kissing in the rain.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, obviously, with Ian, even though he shouldn't love Wanderer, like, you're seeing him overcome, like, the prejudice, I suppose, against the aliens and be like, oh, actually... I love her for her, sort of thing.
But did he? Because he loved her, like, pretty instantaneously. Like, pretty quickly, he was like, no, you can live in my place.
There's not that many girls around.
That's what I think it was.
There isn't. There really isn't.
I've got to just grab one when I see one. Just like Jared with his unwanted kisses advances.
Do you know what I'm quite disappointed by, though, before obviously we go into the plot and stuff? Directed by, was it Andrew Nicole? And written as well.
Right.
He wrote Truman Show. So how can he fall? He fell from grace. He's done this amazing... Obviously, everyone goes on about the Truman Show. I've seen clips of it. I know it's meant to be good. I feel like it's a classic.
He also did Gattaca, which I think is a pretty... I mean, I haven't rewatched it, but it's pretty interesting sci-fi.
Now he's done the host.
Well, like, you know, everybody... this... Stephenie Meyer's was, like, peak Twilight at the time. Like, this was bound, whether it was terrible or good, to make a lot of money. And so... Like, this was definitely a way for him to, like, a cash grab. Also, to be fair, the bones of this story are interesting. Like, it's like, you know, it's pod people again.
I just don't think they do it successfully, though.
It's just like a modern day Body Snatchers, basically.
But the thing I said to you, Nat, was there's literally a small percentage of the resistance, they call it, but they're not resisting anything. They're just trying to survive. 98% is taken over around the globe. And then I was like, you're fine then. Like, that 2%.
But that speaks to the way you said it had to be perfect, so it has to be like 100%, which is why you then came up with your next analogy of it.
My analogy of it was like, is it like playing Power Wash Simulator, where you have to get the last bit of grime to get the 100%. Is that? Did these aliens play that game and were like, right, we need to put this in
the
real
aliens
life?
were just trying to plat Earth. They were like, got to get the platinum trophy for Earth.
And they're saying and the aliens just want to experience the planet, right, and just make the world better. But they're doing it by taking over and making almost like killing the humans to become.
My sort of like thought process on this is they say like, oh, we've gone to like 12 other planets before this, and obviously wanderers. But they said like, well, you've lived loads of lives. So what happens to the hosts that they're in when they leave the planets? Does it then just become like, say it's like another planet like Earth, like do the humans go back to being humans, or does it just have no humans on that planet now?
They probably just breed and there's more of them enough so they can go conquer another planet and make it quote unquote peaceful.
But they said that one like wanderer in particular had been to loads already, so like when she's left these other planets, what's kind of happened?
Well, they do establish it takes like some crazy amount of time to travel between these planets and the little like silver eggs. Maybe some of them stay like maybe there's like livers and those stay on the planet and live there. And then the wanderer, the seeker first goes out and seeks a planet, and then the wanderer pops over and helps like establish the planet, and then they go off to the next planet. I don't know. They don't tell you enough in this story. Oh, it's got this like shorthand kind of cool visual too with the eyes, you know? Like you can like tell when somebody's infected or whatever, that they've got these like blue glowing eyes, which made me wonder why didn't the Resistance figure out Keller contacts so that they could
like at
intercept.
the end of the movie where they get pulled over. We were like, oh, under the sunglasses they're gonna have like contacts for the people that are still human. No, they just
sunglasses,
apparently
please.
haven't thought that.
Sorry,
we're too busy making mirror crop circle things. One other thing I kind of looked at reflecting on this is it doesn't have an overarching bigger conflict. Like it's not building to a big war or a big fight. Like in the other Twilights, there's always like a big thing that happens at the end of those films. This one didn't have it. It was all just like little bits of tension and love triangles and stuff like that, but there wasn't like a big ending for it.
It's kind of more like a love story with elements of like a sci-fi thing going on. I think the biggest part of it was the love story aspect.
What I didn't know is when was the transition, because at the end they're all really emotional to say goodbye to Wanderer, and it's like, do you have to go? Meanwhile the Melanie's like, oh, I don't want you to go, and I'm like, I can't remember the transition from everyone hating on you and saying you need to get the fuck out to we love you.
Well, she saved the brother when he was
Oh, they sprayed him with a thing.
Yeah, she went and got the medicine to cure him. So I think that probably made people like her a bit more. The one thing is that when she got to like their little hideout, Melanie's like, no, you can't tell him that I'm still in here. Which that I'm like, I don't understand why you can't tell them that she's still in there. Because then she's like, oh, they're going to kill us. And I'm like, well, if you've got nothing to lose and they're going to kill you anyway, probably just tell them like Melanie's in here as well.
Yeah, none of that made sense to me because I was like, Melanie has to know that they're going to kill her, that they're not going to believe her and they're going to kill her. She gets bitch slapped twice by people as soon as she like comes in contact with her quote unquote family.
Played by the lady from Titanic.
Maggie and Jared both just like slap her to the ground. No, there's like a decent cast in this film. Like,
and obviously William Hurt's here. Do you know what the funny thing was though? My two options for the last movie, I was going to do this or I was going to do AI. Both have got William Hurt in, so it was a win-win.
I feel like I was saying to Nat, I was like, Into the Woods is no longer a thing now. It's just William Hurt.
Yeah, I wrote down William Hurt is officially the second patron saint of the podcast.
Yeah. We need to make William Hurt badges.
Oh my god, yeah.
But he's doing his damnedest to make this good. He's got his like Billy the Kid cosplay going on because he's in the middle of the desert.
He's got his rifle.
He's got this tiny little ponytail in the back. Big old hat.
Yeah.
At one point he changes and he's doing like Alan Grant cosplay from Jurassic Park. As opposed to like Saoirse Ronan, who is also an amazing actress. I don't know what if somebody told her, like, oh, you're going to do 2 characters, we need to differentiate. So do the corniest, twangiest, silliest accent for the one that is, like, in your head so that we can differentiate them.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, please, Melanie, stop talking.
However, with these kind of films, I said I always hate when people get taken over and they're like, I will help you now. They didn't have that way about them in this film.
Oh,
it was very much, they were just talking. There was a bit of emotion there. So I was like, okay, like I can deal with these like alien people who've taken over these humans.
Well,
I suppose the one that was a bit like that was the Seeker character played by Diane Kruger. She was a little bit more like robotic, I suppose, but there was something about her, maybe just because she's like gorgeous, but there was something about her that was a bit more compelling, I felt like, more than even Wanderer was.
Well, I think they established that there's like some humans that don't like just succumb to this being taken over, and you know by the end we find out that the Diane Kruger character also wasn't, and that perhaps like the host that for the Seeker was sort of this angry, violent person, and maybe that's why the Seeker was the only person in that society that like would take up guns.
Oh yeah, and shoot her own people.
Yeah. I will say Diane Kruger had my fashion moment. I was just so like she really pulled off that like unforgiving all white ensemble, like tight white pants with like a bodysuit, white top, and I read
heels.
Yeah, and I read in the trivia that like that outfit was really difficult to keep clean in the desert setting later in the film.
Speaking of which, the vehicles in this movie, fully chrome. Like, I love the aesthetic of those vehicles.
Imagine you'd just be like burning up.
Yeah, I was asking that during the film. I was like, how are they filming with those chrome vehicles? Because the camera must be seen in the shots. But like, I was like, maybe they're actually like green screen or something. But I was like, no, we looked at the behind the scenes after.
And they were real chrome vehicles. So you've got like chrome helicopters, chrome motorbikes, these chrome little sports cars.
They've got like a mathematician figuring out all the angles so that the cameras don't show up at the cars.
Yeah.
And like, imagine the little aliens out there like buffing them up every day, trying to get fingerprints off of it.
Speaking of cars, one of my favorite dumb little scenes in it is when Wanda is first, like, Wanda and Melanie are escaping whatever the center is in the beginning.
Yeah.
They steal a car, and there's like a little old guy, and she's like, I really need this car. And he's like, okay, it's full of gas, and it's up on its whatever, and like lets her go. And I'm like, oh, the aliens aren't so bad. And then at the end, we see him, whenever they go back to get the medicine, I think we see that guy walking past.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
Yeah. Or else I just made up that guy, like, I was like, oh, that guy looks like that guy. But there was like a little old guy in like a tan coat walking by the front of it.
Oh, no, I liked him. He was like, because obviously the aliens have got no reason to mistrust each other, so they're just like, yeah, of course you can take my car. Just like the stores there, like, you don't have to pay for anything. You can literally just go in and get your shopping and your trolley and then just leave, because then they think, well, they're not gonna like steal all the food. So really what I'm saying is the aliens might be onto something.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Kind of in the same context of, do you prefer Ian or Jared? Did you prefer Melanie or Wanderer? I preferred Wanderer, personally.
I did too, and I don't know if it was just the accent.
I just felt like she was a nice... I mean, I know like Melanie's meant to be like this resistance like person that's had a hard life, but I just felt like she was a bit whingy.
I prefer Melanie because she jumps out of a 2-story, 3-story building and smashes into the ground and still like, I want to live. Like, because they're like, when they're checking her up in the little surgery hospital, and they're like, she has broken every bone in her body and cracked every rib and has so much internal bleeding, but she still wants to live. So we're going to infect her. So the fact that this character just wants to prevail to live that much.
And then the alien doctors probably just went...
Spray, done.
Yeah.
Sprayed her with stuff. Healed. Yes.
Yeah, so one of the things I always saw in this is like there's not enough scavenging going on. They look like they're all in the scavenger garb. They're all looking like they're out digging out through bins and stuff. But majority of the time they look like they just go to the stores with their glasses on, take sunglasses on, take stuff and just go. So I'm like, yeah, they had to steal it a little bit and be a bit sneaky, but like it didn't feel like they were scavenging that much and things were that hard. So I think that's what it was missing to be a real sort of dystopian movie.
Also, they just had to like drive within the speed limit to avoid detection.
And that guy couldn't even do
And
that.
No.
And then they ended up having to drive into a wall.
There, that wall is stunt. There's the splash.
I was, again, fully convinced that Jared was one of those two guys.
That was in the car.
Yeah.
It could have been Jim, Jared, or Jerison.
Jamie. They could have and they had to have known that they were going to be followed because it was a similar looking truck.
Yeah, they were like duplicate trucks. Yeah, and then they stopped for ages to watch their friends burn in this like fiery car crash.
Yes.
And they're like, oh well, homeward bound we go.
I think that was the only big kind of intense, like, stunt fight scene, kind of epic bit. Everything else was quite subtle.
Because the aliens aren't violent at all. They don't understand that part of, like, that's part of humanity that they're trying to get rid of.
I do feel like, how have they taken over a whole planet without, like, any bloodshed, though?
Yes. That was exactly what I wondered. Because it seems like they have to do like a little operation to
and they're like, we don't kill anybody, Seeker, but it's like, well, you can't have taken over like billions of people on a planet without a bit of bloodshed.
Like, it's hard to say that they're pacifists, aren't they, when they've just murdered everybody.
Well, not to mention the alien is like a little glob of light with cilia all over it. So prior to infecting the first person, did one of these little globules have to like make a slice into somebody while they were sleeping and get in to like...
It's a good question.
Start it off. They didn't tell us. I know that much. It was just like, this happened sometime off screen.
Well, we were watching it with Jay, and he did say there was one of them that was walking a dog, and he was like, do you reckon there's an alien in the dog as well? Like, you get like a hierarchy of like, you're allowed to be in a human, you have to go in like a duck. Like...
Or if the dog was like, oh, I kind of like this new owner now.
Yeah.
Nicer person.
He feeds me on time every day at the same time. I felt bad for the Seeker character, even though she was like the main antagonist of the thing. I did feel a bit like she's just trying to do her job. Like, she had a job to do to get the alien out of it. They're like, oh, you have to show it kindness to get it out to come out. Yeah. So it obviously came out willingly. It was like, oh, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, just send me into space.
Well, that's why I wondered. That's why I wondered if the person that she was in was kind of a terrible person. Was like. Yeah. Her strong, violent feelings were sort of overriding the alien's kind nature.
Why didn't they just, like, infect or go into, like, people who have just passed away or something? So they go to a hospital and just reanimate those bodies.
I don't think they can bring them back from the dead. I think they still have to be
alive.
Yeah,
okay, so they're almost dying. Like, so that it's like... Yeah, they go around the wards and like, well, that one's got 6 weeks, so go on then, there you go.
Probably because they want to be in, like, nice, fit people. They don't want to be in, like, old, like, 90-year-olds. They're like, we want to be in, like, a model body.
But, yeah, and then there's another bit where she comes and sees that they've been operating on people to yank the squid little things out. And then they're on the table. And she has, like, oh, my God, you're killing us. I was like, guys, they've killed, like, 4. You've taken up 98% of the entire Earth's population,
but they haven't killed them.
Well, in a way, some of them have been like. they're not them though.
Yeah, because the girl she goes into the end, she's disappeared somewhere.
Yeah, like they're not technically functioning. If their minds were still in there, then I would say like you've done that wrong. But their minds are completely gone.
Do you think really that the Emily Browning character at the end, where body that they put her in, was really like? Didn't come back after taking it out, or if like Ian was like, oh, I'm sexually attracted to this female.
Yeah.
Let's put the girl whose brain I like into her, and then we'll be okay.
It's like Build-A-Bear, but with your own girlfriend.
In the ending, the whole thing is they get them and they put them in little eggs, and then they put it. There's this field of like light beams that she can send the Seeker off to another planet. Did they just like stroll up to that area? Like they're all just
there's no security.
They're all just having like their little goodbye ceremony there without their glasses on, without any protection, just like, see ya. Okay, now I guess everything's gonna be okay. There were 3 endings to this film. The like first she gives her life up, and I was like, oh, that's whatever, a fitting ending. And then, nope, here comes Emily Browning. I'm like, all right, okay, now we've established that everybody can be in love and whatever. And then it was like 2 months later, and I was like, dear God, is this movie ever gonna end? Are we just gonna keep on? And indeed it did. And then it, we learned that there's another resistance. We're all gonna coexist together, and then I'm waking up to...
That brings us to the end of the movie, and we will discuss our favourite and worst characters and our favourite scenes, and then we will give our overall rating. So we'll start with favourite and worst characters. We'll start with Dave.
I don't know. It's too hard because none of them have got any personality apart from the Seeker. So I'd say the Seeker, just because
she's your favourite.
Yeah, she owns it. She plays it. She just... Yeah, that's the only one. That's my only memorable character I can think of. But worst, I guess the rest of them, they're all just... the Scythe. I don't like the Scythe. The Scythe was the main... so the Seeker and the Scythe were the main, antagonists of this film.
I don't know how he got infected so quickly.
I don't either. Yeah, I wondered that. I was like, is the doctor so, caught up with doing his alien autopsies that he didn't properly clean out Jamie's wound?
Yeah, I'm like, is he just rubbing tetanus into it or something? It went exceptionally fast really from cut to fever.
Sticking those glowworms in there, just...
How about you, Danielle?
I originally had Jeb written down, but then as I'm talking about it again, I will say I think my favorite character was the little old guy that gives up his car. He's just,
he's pretty cool.
Also, his car, it's just like a station wagon, but it has some sort of special ability, because when they're escaping and Melanie and Wanda are having this argument in their head, they torque the steering wheel, driving not so fast, torque it, and the thing just flips up into
just jumps into the sky, explodes.
My least favorite was Melanie. Again, just the accent was killing me.
No, I didn't really like Melanie. I'd have been happy for Melanie to just fade away and Wanda to stay.
Also, I wondered, could they have a conversation all in their head? Why did
why did one of them have to talk? Yeah, that's true. Oh, I never thought about that. But yeah, she's just talking for no reason, really, isn't she?
Yeah.
My favourite was the Seeker. I think every time she was kind of on, she had a presence, and I was kind of hypnotised by her. When she's talking to other people, I'm not really looking at what everyone else is doing, I'm just watching her. So I would say she's probably my favourite. But I did like the character of Wanderer. My worst, I'm going to go with Jared, because I just felt for somebody that was supposed to love Melanie, he did make it mighty difficult to get anything done. He was so just no, killer, I don't care. I don't know, he should have asked more questions. But yeah, I just didn't like him. I felt considerable. One, that he kissed her inappropriately when they first met without asking.
Oh yeah, he does, didn't he?
If I can kiss you, consent and all that.
Literally just sees a girl and goes, hello, and then, mwah. And I was like, whoa, do they know each other?
She's not an alien. Quick, make your move.
Make your move, we're in love.
How about favourite scenes?
Mine was the car flipping. The physics-defying car flip.
Mine was also on the road. It was the two driving into the wall to get away rather than just accepting an alien.
Mine, I guess the little brother who's third wheeling during those flashbacks when they're we got to get inside the trailer because it's raining, and then he goes inside, and then they're let's just make out outside the trailer, and he's probably looking out the window guys, are we coming in? Well, okay.
I thought we were all going in to play Ludo or something.
Never mind. Yeah.
Right, so that brings us to our overall ratings. Me and Dave do out of limes, and Danielle rates out of lemons. So we will start with Danielle.
Can we start with Dave? I'm on the fence.
Okay. Well, so you're going to see what Dave does and then base it on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dave, apparently your
I'm the deciding vote.
opinion is the most important.
So the limes, I'm gonna go so this film was just a bit of a train wreck, a car crash, if you will. It kind of didn't know what it wanted.
A truck crash.
A truck crash, yeah. I feel like there just wasn't enough conflict in terms of bigger conflict to make me go, yeah, this works. So for that, I'm probably just going to give it a 1. I don't know, a 0, even that. I just don't feel like I haven't got any attachment or want or drive to. Let's say 0.5, go on.
Okay, I think I was trying to be a little too nice to it, but I agree. I didn't enjoy this, but also there was nothing that made me angry.
No.
Maybe the length of it made me angry. At the 30-minute mark, I checked how long it had been going on, and I was like, it's only 30 minutes? Oh my god. But because that, I will give it a 1.5. How about you, Nat?
I have given it a 2.
You picked the film and you're like, I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, but it's not my hear me out. I'm just picking
True.
a dystopian movie.
Yeah.
I'm not here to defend the movie.
That's true.
I think, there wasn't much going on. It was very teenage sappy love story, and I'm not really into that sort of thing. Obviously, back when I first watched it, maybe I was more into that sort of thing, but not so much now. I can appreciate, though, that it's a very stylish film. Like I said, with the chrome cars and the costumes. There was a lot of costumes between Melanie and the Seekers that I was like, oh, I would wear that. That looks really stylish. It's kind of office space chic. But yeah, it's not the best film in the world. There's a lot of characters that I felt didn't really need to be there because they didn't add anything to the story as such, and a lot of filler.
Yeah, I wonder if you rewatched it with your mother, if you might go up a few degrees.
I would say I still really like the soundtrack though. When the main kind of orchestral theme that was going on when they were removing the alien, it's a really good theme, and also radioactive. Who won't like that?
Yeah. So my question was going to be, out of all these sort of dystopian movies, which one have you enjoyed the most? Just to round it up, we've got Clockwork Orange, Dark City, Equilibrium, The Host. We've got Snowpiercer and The Giver.
For me, it's a tie between Equilibrium and Snowpiercer.
Okay. Danielle?
For me, it's a close tie between Clockwork Orange and Snowpiercer.
I would say Snowpiercer all the way. I think Snowpiercer is the one I've enjoyed the most. I feel like Clockwork Orange I talked about more afterwards. I can kind of see I'm on the fence there with what you've said, Danielle, but I think Snowpiercer is something that I enjoyed.
So that's the end of our dystopian series.
We survived.
So we are leaving the world of dystopia and we're heading to something a little more closer to home with found footage movies. We're not sure who originally suggested it, but that's where we're going next. So whether most of them probably will be of the horror, I would imagine. Does anyone think of any ones that aren't horror?
I've got a couple on my eye of found footage that aren't horror, but...
Oh, okay.
We'll
that'll be interesting, because I think I've really only seen found footage that's horror.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's a bye from me.
Bye.
That's a bye from me. Bye.